This video is proudly sponsored by TBC Live. It's as simple as that. If you want to build your NRL prediction knowledge, make sure you check out the TBC Live. Thumbs up if you think it is going to happen. Thumbs down if you think it's not going to happen. Tigers to score 2 tries in 10 minutes. We've got ya Melbourne Storm to make an error in 3 minutes. We've got ya plenty of players, plenty of fun. Build the leaderboard weekly, and every week there is also a bonus event. This week is the Storm and the Dolphins, in which you can win $50, all just for predicting footy and playing TBC Live. The best part about TBC Live is that it's free. So check out TBC Live on the App Store or Google Play Store today and join the ranks. Just click the link in my bio to download. Well, this is the end of the road. The NRL season is officially coming to an end. The regular season ended 3 weeks ago and the finals end this Sunday night. This is probably the earliest I've put out a tipping video in a long time, especially considering that there could be injuries. But I think everyone is going to be named to be part of this year's NRL Grand Final, regardless if they don't play on game day. So we'll be basing it off that. But let's talk all about it now that we know that the NRL Grand Final that we've known for almost 3 months now, the Panthers will take on the Melbourne Storm. So guys, it is the Panthers and the Storm once again. We got this chapter in 2020, and as much as I'm not too excited for the NRL Grand Final this year, I would have loved to have seen an underdog, some type of upset throughout the final series, and we just didn't get one. There's also a part of me that compares this Panthers team to the Chicago Bulls of the 90s, where players would leave, players would acquire, not as good, and they still were able to get the job done through this dynasty that we've witnessed through Penrith. And look, I have a bit of respect for that. They are a quality football side. Bloody hell, I hope they don't win for a decade like the Dragons of the 60s, 70s there, because that would be outrageous. But it's not out of the question. The way that they're playing, the way that they've been coached, they definitely want this one. You can feel that they want this four-peat, this one last ride. And you've got a Melbourne Storm team that's been playing well all year. I've said all season that the Melbourne Storm struggled in defence, but they've finally gotten their defence right, in my opinion. And I know they were, within 6 points of the Roosters there, and they can't be doing that sort of thing against Penrith. But Penrith did the same sort of thing against the Sharks, some poor, costly errors in key field position. But the Sharks did the same thing, making those errors, which I don't think the Melbourne Storm would do. So 2020, we saw this matchup. We thought the Panthers might win the grand final for the first time in a long time, and then the Melbourne Storm beat them. The Panthers were coming red hot home in the end, and it began a dynasty. The Storm won. The Panthers after that became absolutely unstoppable from the year 2021. You can even say 2020, they went on that 18-game win streak. But they've been a different beast. They've now been a three-peat NRL champion, one of the best NRL teams, if not the best NRL team you've ever seen in your lifetime, at least. Anyone watching this who's like 80, you probably saw something massive back in the 80s and 70s, stuff like that there. But this team is lethal. They're very hard to stop. You've got players like Liam Martin, who have plenty of experience now. You've got players like Dylan Edwards, who's a Clive Churchill medal winner. Will we receive a second-time Clive Churchill medal winner this weekend with either Ryan Papenhuyzen, Dylan Edwards, or Nathan Cleary? Almost forgot. Nathan Cleary's kicking game is going to be a massive part of this game as well. That 40-20 in the rain that he nailed against the Sharks, that told me that the Panthers honestly can beat the Melbourne Storm if they can come up with some big plays like that. And that is resembled of last year's grand final, where the Panthers came back from a 16-point lead from absolutely nowhere. And that's based off Cleary's gameplay. That's based off Cleary's kicking game. So yeah, it's a really, really tough game to pick, and I feel like it probably will be low scoring. I know we have seen very high scoring games throughout the season so far, and even throughout the final series for the most part, but I just think these teams know how to defend, and they've got some big names, some big bodies. Nelson Asofa-Solomona out for the Storm. That's a big out for them. Cleary grabbed at his right shoulder late in the game, went off the field, and Brad Snyder came on. So there's injury concern there, but absolutely Nathan Cleary will play. So these teams, it's going to be massive. You've got Dylan Edwards going up against Ryan Pappenhausen. You've got Nathan Cleary up against Jerome Hughes, who right now is probably the best player in the NRL. Off the last couple of years, Nathan Cleary, absolutely. This debate of Cleary versus Hughes over the last couple of years is a joke. It's Nathan Cleary by a long shot. But Jerome Hughes right now, a man on a mission in some supreme form. And then you've got the outside backs. You've got Xavier Coates up against Brian To'o. You've got Taruva in his last Panthers game before he heads to the Tigers up against Will Warbrick, who's been great this season. You've got Jerome Luai in his final Panthers game up against Cameron Munster, who has said that he's playing second fiddle to Jerome Hughes, who's controlling this team. You've got Harry Grant into the grand final as well. He wasn't there in the 2020 side, and here he is now looking to win his first premiership, which would be massive for him. What else have you got? You've got so much to like about both of these teams and players that have stepped up throughout the season as well. Players like Eli Katoa, Luke Garner's had a decent season as well. The bench for the Panthers have stood up. So it does feel like the bookies have it right in the whole evenly matched thing. They have now put the Panthers to $2, which is a fantastic price for the Panthers to win the premiership. And the Sharks were good last week. They were good. But the Panthers clicked into another gear, and it's a scary gear. It's a scary thought to know that that's probably not their final gear. And that's what makes this game incredibly hard to tip. We've seen both of these sides attack all season. We've seen skills across the park. These teams will be filled with Dally M medal players, Origin players, all sorts of things. It's a deserved grand final for first, second, the more I think about it. Who am I going to tip here? There's part of me that wants to say, Melbourne get this win, end this dynasty, enough's enough, I'm sick of Penrith. But as I said at the start, there's part of me that respects the Penrith Panthers, what they've done. If they can get this four-peat, this could be the close on a massive chapter in rugby league history. They're already cemented as three-peat champions. If they're cemented as four-peat, this is massive. And it's even bigger for Ivan Cleary as well as a coach, just get into that GOAT debate. So my tip for this game, I will be there on Sunday. I will be doing a vlog. I will not be sitting with a team for once. So look, whoever I pick, I guess, is it break the curse? Is it the same sort of thing? We'll wait and see. But yeah, I will be at the game. Big thanks to Winston Neville for providing me with a ticket for the game. I'm going to go with the Melbourne Storm. I think the Storm shown me enough against teams like the Sharks, the Roosters. They've put some big scores on this season. They have struggled a lot in defence, but as I said, they've started to get it right. Now, a few weeks ago, I said that they have too many big names that, in key moments, different players might be trying to get to the ball. But now I think they've got that understanding that Jerome Hughes is that man to take them to the promised land. You've had players like Pappenhausen, Munster come out and speak about Hughes and being that main role. And I think they will target Hughes, the Penrith Panthers, but I think that the Storm will win. And I think the Storm will win 22 points to 16. Melbourne Storm to win the 2024 Premiership by 6 points. This is a real flip of a coin game, but I am going to side here with the Melbourne Storm to end a massive dynasty and some heartbreak for the Panthers. A fantastic season to finish in second, just to miss out on the minor premiership and be in their fifth straight grand final. But this time, I think they're on the other end of it. I think they lose to the Melbourne Storm. First try scorer for the game. I do think the Storm will get the first points of the game. I'm going to go with Will Warbrick to score the first try of the 2024 NRL Grand Final on that right wing. Anytime try scorers, two roughies for you. We'll go with the Panthers first. It's not that much for a roughie, but I do think the Clive Churchill medalist, previous winner, Dylan Edwards, is going to score a try in this game. So Dylan Edwards, anytime try scorer in the grand final. And I'm going to go rough here because I think there'll be some forwards that'll be trying to quick play the ball, duck under some tired Panthers defense, even though it doesn't really happen that way. But I'm going to back a roughie. I'm going to go with Josh King to score a try in the NRL Grand Final. So I'm going to go with Will Warbrick. I'm going to go with Dylan Edwards, and I'm going to go with Josh King as my three try scorers for the 2024 NRL Grand Final. I'm avoiding Jerome Hughes because he's going to be about $1.80 with 7 tries in his last 3 games. But there you go. That is my tip for the 2024 Grand Final. As for my Clive Churchill medalist, I'm going to pick Harry Grant. Harry Grant has shown me this season that he's stepped up. He's had plenty of experience. He's been in the Maroons team. He's just been a freak in the last couple of years. And I feel like all the hype around Jerome Hughes, he will be shut down a little bit throughout this game. Some of the players will step up. So Harry Grant is my pick for the Clive Churchill medal in 2024. If the Penrith Panthers do win the 2024 Grand Final, my Clive Churchill pick is Isaiah Yeo. His workhorse effort has been massive lately. He was massive against the Sharks last week. If he can come up with some big plays, run some big meters, sort of like a Carrigan vibe throughout Origin, I think Isaiah Yeo goes a long way to winning a Clive Churchill medal. But those are my tips, guys. The Melbourne Storm to win the 2024 NRL Grand Final by 6 points in a tight one. I don't know if this is going to be a blowout. We do see a lot of blowout scores in grand finals. Are we going to see it again? I'm not sure. Should be a cracking game on Sunday. I look forward to it. Let me know your tips in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. At 5,000 subscribers, I will be giving away an NRL membership. And yeah, I can't believe we're almost in the off season. This is my last tipping video, and I will do some recaps, that sort of stuff. I'll see you guys later. Quickly as well, guys, if you are able to pick the first try scorer in the 2024 Grand Final, I will give away an Entertain House t-shirt. So make sure you comment who's going to be the first try scorer of the Grand Final. Good luck. If there's multiple winners, I might actually give out multiple shirts this time. Thanks for watching, guys.